So when the tension member like an angle section or channel section is connected to the gusset plate or other structural member through welding or bolting such that only few legs are connected, this is called as connected leg. So angle section or whatever the section are considered as a leg. This is the first leg, another is the second leg. So what it mentioning here, the connecting leg. Okay, connecting leg is which leg is connected? Leg number 1 is connected to the gusset plate. So the whatever the force is coming from the another section to the gusset plate, okay, which is transferring first to the connected leg, and remaining legs are called outstanding leg. So here a leg number 2 is outstanding, then the most of the forces is carried out by the connected leg instead of whole section. Okay, taking an average of a load, this leg is between force distribution is called shear lag. So what generally happen here in the simple language, most near, or if consider, I've drawn the figure here, here is the one section, another section. So from the one section there is a force and it taken away to the another section. So the gusset plate is transferring to force to the this portion which is the connected leg, and that connected leg is taking most of the load and then it transferred to the outstanding leg. Okay, first the load is taken by the connected leg and then connected leg transfer this load to the outstanding leg. Maximum area is in the contact with the gusset plate for the connecting leg, not by the outstanding leg. So that's why the force on the connecting leg and the outstanding leg is different. Okay, agree for that, agree for that. Okay, so this connecting leg is under more stress than the outstanding leg, isn't it? So that's why even this angle is a singular section. The stress distribution between these two legs is not equal. So the lag between the difference between a load carried by connecting leg and outstanding leg, that lag is known as shear lag effect. Understanding this? This is the simple concept of shear lag effect. This effect can be reduced the effectiveness of the connection. By effectively connecting the connection, we can reduce this kind of phenomenon. How could we reduce this kind of phenomenon? Consider, okay, this as the gusset plate, okay, and the whole load is carried by connected leg. So the small angle supporting these two connections. Okay. A small angle, this angle you might be seeing here. Okay, connecting this member and gusset plate, that angle could transfer this load to the also outstanding leg. This is also one clear phenomenon or the measure for this situation. The efficiency of a tension member can be increased by that if there is a shear lag effect, then the whole section is not under the equal or average force. So in some area there is extreme stress, or in some area there is a negligible stress. So that area which is taking a negligible stress, or which is under the negligible stress, is not in a use or effectively used for under the tension member or the connection. So that's why the shear lag effect is considering the okay. Someone asked that is the point load is acting on a shear or acting on a particular member, it's producing more shear lag than the uniform distributing load. It is not correct. Whatever the load is acting on the particular joint, and when it transfer to the member, it is transferred uniformly. So it is not correct. Point load is not producing more shear lag effect than the UDL. So the effectiveness of the tension member is reduces in the due to the shear lag effect. So to achieve this efficiency, we get this idea. Thus reducing the area of a such component which are not directly connected. Okay, so this component is not directly connected. So whichever the component is not directly connected, you have to reduce the area. So consider this area, this particular section, in the section, this leg is outstanding leg. So by reducing the area for the outstanding leg might consider as a measure for the shear lag effect. Then increase the connecting length, as I told you that if in this connection also I been connecting the particular this angle, so the gusset plate also transforming the load to this outstanding leg also. So the average stress producing in the section might be normal. So here there are two figures which are showing the shear lag effect very effectively. In that particular first figure, you could see that this is the gusset plate. In that gusset plate, how the load acting or the uniform distribution load or stress produced in the gusset plate is shown in by this UDL, and then this is the connection. So the actual stress distribution over a critical section, net section. So how it produces when the this is the connecting leg. So when the leg is connected to the gusset plate, okay, when the leg is connected to the gusset plate, the stress, below figure, this figure is showing the stress area. So more the area, more the stress. So here you could see that the stress at the hole, the area of the hole is neglecting from that, and by that the stress is more at the connecting leg. And besides from that, in the outstanding leg, the stress at the junction is more, and when it is moved further to the free end, it is very less. So that effect is reducing the effectiveness of the particular outstanding leg. And if we are producing, assuming the stress distribution lower the critical net section, the stress distribution is proper. So this kind of we could see this kind of the stress distribution diagram you could see here. And in the particular, in the next figure, the effectiveness of the connection is shown by these red marks. So here the section which is not shaded, which is low effective than the another section. So it might be non-effective. So that's why we have to provide increase the connection length and reducing the area of the outstanding length. Another practice or general practice is that when you are producing the unequal angle section, consider this is the gusset plate, and if you are providing unequal angle section, in that the larger or length angle must to be connect to the gusset plate. If one leg having the less width and another leg having a more width, so the more width leg should be connected leg. So thank you student for watching this video.